I'm Sandi Toksvig, and welcome to the show that I have waited my whole career to be part of. 7 weeks ago, we brought together the most magnificent miniature crafters from all over the UK. Their task, to renovate our incredible but derelict mini mansion. With rooms inspired by the greatest eras in interior design.
That is fantastic.
Over 7 weeks, these mini makers have astounded our judges.
You've delivered an exceptional piece of work.
World record-holding micro artist Willard Wigan.
There's a saying, never sweat the small stuff, but I want to see them sweat the small stuff.
This is an absolute nightmare.
And interior design genius Laura Jackson.
Good interior design should take your breath away.
Working in teams.
You did it!
These masters of mini have delivered exceptional, out-of-this-world transformations on a tiny scale.
Have you painted those plates? That's awesome.
They've wowed us with an Art Deco bathroom, a Rococo entrance hall, an Edwardian games room, a Georgian kitchen, a Regency dining room, an Elizabethan bedroom, and a Victorian nursery. Now just one room sits empty. After 7 weeks of cutting, setting, scraping, pressing, gluing, and no small amount of cursing, there's only one challenge left before we crown our champion of the great big, tiny design challenge. Going head-to-head in our final, our mechanical engineer, Dom.
Absolutely buzzing for it, can't wait.
And computer analyst, Sharon.
I can't believe it. I still can't believe I'm in the final.
Dom is a tabletop gaming enthusiast who, before joining the competition, had never worked in this scale before.
I just look back at myself now from that first week when I didn't think I belonged here, and now it's just, yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Sharon is a lifelong mini obsessive who's been crafting tiny creations for over 30 years.
It's going to be very tricky going head-to-head with Dom, having worked with him for the last weeks. We'll see what happens.
Good luck. We'll do it. It's power duo.
I've got one more badge in you, though.
No, you'll be weighing yourself down, won't you, with them now?
Yeah.
Welcome, Sharon and Dom. You made it to the final! So far, you've both been on the winning team 5 times, and now you've got to go head-to-head. So, Sharon, how are you feeling?
Very nervous, especially having to compete against him.
And Dom?
I was going to say exactly the same thing.
OK. So, only one more room remains in the mini mansion to renovate. Now, the judges would like you to transform it into any room that you feel is appropriate, selecting any of the interior design eras which we have already showcased in the competition. So, Laura, what sort of rooms might be suitable for that space?
So typically, this downstairs reception room was for socialising with guests. So you could do anything from maybe a formal ballroom to a banqueting hall or maybe a salon. I mean, the choice is absolutely up to you. We really want to be impressed.
I would like to be transported into a room full of wonder and excitement and imagination. That's what I'd like to see.
Wow, no pressure, right? So the first part of your final renovation challenge is to create a statement piece for your chosen room, OK? You've got 2.5 hours for this challenge. Best of luck. I cannot wait to see what you create. Judges? Determined not to get stumped in the final, master woodworker Dom is playing to his strengths with a wood-carved table.
I have decided to go for an Elizabethan banquet hall, so I'm going to base it on Hampton Court. My aim for the challenge is to get the table done in time, then I can get some benches done.
Elizabethan tables were heavy oak and intricately carved. The wealthiest could afford to buy a whole tree to guarantee a smooth finish. But most tables were uneven, with planks cut from smaller trees. Many tables featured a stretcher for guests to rest their feet.
Because it's a final, it feels like it's important to push yourself. There's a lot more pressure.
Novice woodworker Sharon is hoping to make sweet, sweet music with her room.
I've chosen to do a Rococo music room. I'm trying to create a harp which is very flamboyant and bold and gold.
People have been playing harps for over 5,000 years. But Marie Antoinette set a trend for high-status harps in the Rococo period. Lavishly decorated, hand-painted, gilded, and displayed with pride in the salons of the day. Boldly going where she's never gone before, Sharon is taking a huge risk with her statement piece.
Never made a harp. I started collecting musical instruments, but I'm having a go at making it myself now. It doesn't look great at the moment, but trying to get the strings to be straight and letting it dry a bit, and then I'm going to shape these bits onto the side here. This is pretty ambitious in 2.5 hours. I'm hoping I can pull it off.
Sharon has often lacked confidence throughout the competition.
I'm sorry you've had to end up with me.
Don't be daft.
You do know I can't make furniture. Really worried about having to do the mural. I'm not very good at painting people.
But her work has impressed the judges from the start.
I think the food looks delicious.
And she is our top maker of the week.
It's got to be Sharon.
Sharon.
Sharon. Dom has proved himself to be a woodworking maestro. He made a Regency table in the first week.
Perfect.
And a billiards table in the quarter-final, which won him Maker of the Week. But it hasn't always gone smoothly, with his chaise lounge in the Rococo entrance hallway disappointing Willard.
I can see where the stain didn't grab the wood.
In the final, there's no room for error, so Dom needs to make sure his finish is absolutely perfect.
I'm wanting to put a lot of texture into the table, so I'm individually carving the planks, I'm edging the planks.
All right, Dom, how are you, mate?
Good, yeah, really good.
So what are you up to?
I'm going for a very rustic Elizabethan banquet table. It's seen spilt beer and tankards smashed on it. I work in fantasy, so quite like medieval styles, and Elizabethan's the closest that I can get.
What I'm looking for, Dom, is, you know when you stain the table,
Yes,
there's going to be no mistakes.
there's going to be no mistakes at all.
And matching benches?
Maybe one bench.
Put the table up against the wall. It'll look like you've only got room for one bench. So
Yeah.
we look forward to it.
Good luck.
Awesome, thank you very much.
All the best.
Dom, who's going to make the food on your table?
I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine.
Hey, Sharon. This room is a sort of family room, isn't it?
Yeah. I've decided to do a music room because my son has started playing a piano, and my partner, he likes the harp, so I'm doing a little bit of woodwork here now.
I love the fact that you're both doing woodwork.
I don't really do woodwork, but I
You
do
are
try.
doing
I do
it.
try.
So if you could try not to glue your fingers together, that would be that would be great. See you in a bit.
All right, thank you.
Makers, you are halfway through. You are halfway through. Sorry, I'm bellowing. Halfway through. Sharon has used cardboard wrapped with gold thread to create the inner structure of her harp and is now building up the surround using wood. Both of our finalists are cleverly upcycling ready-made objects for their statement pieces. Sharon is adapting some banisters and using wood glue, or should I say wooden glue, to stick them together. And Dom is also repurposing some banisters. He'll use them as table legs and is melting the glue in the mini oven to prise them apart.
Overkill doing all these, but
I'm not used to all this woodwork. What am I doing?
But time is ticking away in the workshop.
I just need to get these last bits cut so I can get a bloody layer of paint on it. Come on, you sod.
I'm just trying to do this base here now with some glue. You can do quite clever things with a glue gun. It is quite difficult to do and get it perfect. And then when it's set, I'll paint that gold as well.
Dom has spray-painted his table a deep brown, but a textured finish calls for lighter paint.
So the deeper crevices are going to be dark and the top layer is going to be picked up by the highlights. So it just gives that effect of like really like aged wood.
Makers, you have 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Well, I said I were going to get some bloody benches done. I ain't got no benches done.
Got the base there, but I just wish the strings were a bit more straighter.
Bit of a rush just to get it painted.
I'd like to add some more detail,
Right, my delightful duo. Challenge is over. Please put down your tools.
but it'll have to do.
Wow. Look at that. Challenge went all right then. I kept saying if I had time, I'd get a couple of benches done, but I went in wanting to get my table done, and I got my table done, so I've got to be happy. That's ace.
Not 100% happy with it. The strings are not straight. They could have been better than that, but overall, it's okay. Dom's a very good competitor. I am a bit concerned about that.
It's the teeny but very grand final of the Great Big Tiny Design Challenge. Sharon and Dom have completed their first challenge, but who's done enough to impress the judges and bag themselves a head start?
I can't wait to get some feedback on that table.
I am happy what I managed to do in 2.5 hours. It's going to be a hard competition.
Sharon chose to make a Rococo-style harp for her music room, while furniture-obsessive Dom built an Elizabethan table for his banquet hall, but had a race to the finish to finish the finish. So let us start with Dom's table.
Dom, I love the stain, because I can't see any mistakes.
Yeah.
You've captured the table perfectly.
This is exceptional work. I love the fact that you painted it and then dry brushed it. It's got a great patina.
Thank you very much.
Are you happy with your centrepiece for your room?
I am now, yeah.
Sharon has made a harp for a Rococo music room. Laura?
What a romantic piece. I think it's gorgeous. I love the gold that you've created here. It's kind of quite matte, very Rococo.
I love the relief carving on the harp. I love the scale. I can make a little bit of criticism on the strings on the harp, but nevertheless, absolutely beautiful.
Sharon, tell them the real reason why the strings are not straight.
The kid is old.
Yeah, it's very old.
Used.
Brilliant.
I am pleased with what the judges said about my harp. I took a chance to do a little bit of woodwork. Yeah, I'm pleased that I managed to do something that I've not done before.
Just this whole competition, all the feedback that I've got, yeah. This is my chuff jar, and it just keeps getting filled until I'm overflowing with chuffness.
Right, it is time for you to get on to complete the renovation of your chosen rooms. We are very aware that it's a solo act at the moment and there's an awful lot of work to do, so we have a tiny surprise. Bexy will be helping Sharon and Michael will be helping Dom. We can do nothing now except wish you all the best of luck and tell you, I think you better get started.
Oh my God, that was such an awesome surprise. Michael and Bexy coming back, just absolutely brilliant.
I've always worried about how I was going to cope just doing the whole room by myself. Now I've got Bexy on side. I just want to get started now and do the best I can.
Yes! More energy than me. Yes. I'm chuffed that you're back. I'm chuffed you're here to help us.
What are you thinking for this room then?
Hampton Court.
Dom has planned a very ambitious Elizabethan banquet hall. A love letter to wood. His build will feature a timber-framed ceiling, wood-panelled walls, a solid wood floor and a stone fireplace with a herringbone breast. It will be populated with a dais or raised platform containing thrones and a banquet table topped with an opulent feast. He'll include matching benches and a beer keg. Hung from the ceilings and walls will be Elizabethan-era tapestries and 2 red banners.
When we get all that, I'd like you to start making some food. Boar's heads, peacocks, pies.
So I'm going to do a Rococo-themed music room.
Ooh, lovely.
Sharon's music room will feature hand-painted murals and ornate gold moulding. It will have a wooden parquet floor with a decorative central mosaic. The fireplace will have an elaborate Rococo mantel with a gold fire basket. In the room will be her flamboyant gold harp. A white grand piano with gold embellishments, a piano stool, chairs, and a small table with an array of tiny but tempting desserts.
I wonder if you could help me with doing a piano on a 3D printer.
I could do a simple one that we could build upon.
Come on in.
OK.
For this challenge, the contestants will have free run of the storeroom, a miniature maker's heaven filled with teeny-weeny delights.
Find some nice beads.
Sharon and Dom have just 9 hours to create their final room. Sharon is hoping to strike the right chord with her parquet flooring. She spotted a motif in the storeroom that she's using for the centrepiece and is adding hand-cut veneer around the edges.
I wanted to see what the floor would look like with this, and so now I've done it and put it all together. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. I thought I may as well put it down now, otherwise I'll lose all the bits. I've stained the jigsaw puzzle to match this, so looking good so far.
While Sharon puzzles over her motif, Bexy is tuning up a grand piano in the storeroom.
So I've started the technical drawing, and then I'm figuring out like the scale for keys, and I'm just laying them all out, almost like building blocks, but digitally. And then when it's ready, it comes out of the printer.
Sharon might be taking a shortcut with her piano, but detail-driven Dom is choosing the long way round.
Cut that end off there, and you'll just have panels.
Or you could add a wood strip there.
Yeah. We're both working together to get the panelling done. So we're just having to measure it all up, get them cut down, get them in. Happy days.
Dom's woodwork has been unbeatable across the series. But will wood win it for him in the final?
My idea is an ancient hall that's been passed down from generation to generation, and there were still elements of early Tudor in there. So I'm putting some structural supports in there. Just bring the room to life and you'll know what age you're in.
Elizabethan banquet halls were richly decorated with panelling, light plasterwork and tapestries. This room would house the largest fireplaces, often bearing an elaborate overmantel with stone or wood carvings.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi.
So you're giving us a Rococo music room. How are you pulling the whole room together for us?
I'm going to do cream walls, gold moulding, and a mural up the top, which will look like it's part of the ceiling.
I love that. I think what's really great about Rococo interiors was that they kind of really managed to mirror what was going on within the music on the walls.
Something to think about?
No pressure.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I think the room's going to be really beautiful. The only thing I'm worried about is the colour of the walls. I feel that for Rococo, it should be maybe a soft pink or a soft blue.
Bexy's piano will take 2 hours to print. In the meantime, Sharon's asked Bexy to give her ready-made chandelier a Rococo makeover.
Do you want me to choose quite small beads?
Make it as elaborate as you want to.
All right.
Really nice, yeah.
Adding beads to the chandeliers is a must for Rococo because it was all about excessive detail.
Rococo was all about asymmetrical design, delicate curves and pastel colours, but with lots of gold. Early bling, if you like. It also featured an abundance of decorative details. More was definitely more.
Are you happy with that asymmetry?
Yeah, lovely. Really pretty.
Hi, Dom.
Hey, you all right?
What's the difficulty in this room? Tell me all about it.
It's been a bit touch and go because we had to do some measurements to make sure it were all perfect.
So what colour are you going to do the walls then? Because, I mean, there's a lot of wood and stone already in this room.
There is, so whitish cream, but with a pumice mixed into the paint.
That's a lot of texture, though, do you think?
I'm going to try and incorporate the different textures without going overboard.
But who is this room for, then?
This room is for my girlfriend. I'm going to do a feast worthy of my queen.
Yeah, OK. Well, you've got a lot to do,
Yep.
so...
I'll best get cracking on
Yeah,
it.
see you later.
You missing me, Dom?
Every day, Sharon. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get home without you. And you think I'm being sarcastic? I'm not.
No, he's just going for the emotional final end.
Whilst Michael works on the panelling, Dom turns his attention to his stone mantle, which he's building out of foam.
I'm going to try and do it in layers and build the layers up. I have a little technique that I use. I roll aluminium foil across it, and it gives it a stone texture that comes out awesome.
Over the competition, Dom has shown incredible ingenuity
He's really thought about it.
It's wonderful.
and an aptitude for hand crafting.
Quality, miniature craftsmanship.
But for the final, he needs to showcase his skills on a level never seen before. Michael is finishing the ready-made wooden floor, and as ever, Dom's keen to add some extra details.
Wherever that wire brush is, there we go. So yeah, I just use just quite hard and scratch it. It'll mucky it, but it comes out with when the stain's done.
Meanwhile, after 3 hours, Sharon is glad to finally park her parquet
Floor looks beautiful.
and move on to her murals.
I'll try and do a lake here, like outside there. There
Yeah.
we go. I think it's going to be my new hobby.
You've definitely got a knack for it, I think. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Sharon's flair for tiny food and detailed decoration has set her apart from stiff competition throughout the series. In week 5, her mural won her Maker of the Week,
Incredible.
and she's hoping her latest masterpiece will win her the trophy. The piano is finally composed, but it still needs legs, paint, and embellishments.
Happy?
Yeah. So I'm going to try and put my mural inside there. It's like, ding-ding-ding.
Meanwhile, Michael's getting a little pig-headed with polymer clay.
Oh my God, that's an ace.
It's maybe a bit too cheerful for a dead pig, but
No, no such thing.
The pint-sized pig's head for Dom's banquet table is just 10 by 20 millimetres.
oh, it needs an apple in its mouth, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Dom's also incorporated a stag's head.
So I want it to be like, you know, a centrepiece of the fire. If we can get the antlers quite grand and big, that'd be great.
Once the skull is formed, it'll be mounted on a handmade wooden shield and take pride of place on Dom's chimney breast. Whilst the piano is taking shape, the artist, formerly known as Sharon, is struggling with her mural. When she applied it to the wall, the overlap was too thick, so she's trimming it in the hope she can blend away the mistake. How you getting on?
All right, thank you.
Why is there a sort of break in the paper on the frieze?
Because I made a mistake with a join.
Okay. Is it?
I'm
are you
going to hide
cover
it.
You're
I'm
gonna
going to
cover
have to
up?
hide it, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to cover it up with?
Something here.
Oh, so a bit
yeah.
of gold something.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the good thing about Rococo, right?
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
do that.
I can do that, yeah.
All right, keep going.
Thank you.
Desperate to impress and win the title, Dom is poring over every detail.
Don't look much now, but when you start dry brushing it, it's really effective.
Do you think he's been a bit too ambitious? He's got a lot to do in the time.
He's very confident. Yeah. He knows what he's going to do.
Whilst Dom is a lesson in focus, Michael's getting hot under the collar about the clock.
Tell me when you want me to move on, Dom. I'm just conscious about your benches and throne and...
Benches won't take me long.
OK. I'll hurry up now, then.
Over on Sharon's team, Bexy is quite literally swinging from a chandelier.
I think I've done it, Sharon.
Oh, wow,
Have
lovely.
you?
It's really pretty, I love that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Meanwhile, Dom's finally moved on to the benches, But deliberating over every decision makes it slow work.
Size-wise, I think 2 planks would be enough for the bench. Or would you go with 3?
Into this side. 3.
3?
I think 3.
As the day draws to an end, Sharon and Dom need to make sure they've painted, glued and prepped as much as they can to dry overnight. On Dom's list for tomorrow, his thrones, a dais, decorative banners and a beer keg. Plus, he's still not finished his panelling or painted his walls. Sharon has to finish her mural, create dainty desserts, attach her mouldings, build some furniture and finish the piano.
I'm quite happy what I've done. I made a mistake with the mural, so I'm going to have to cover that up with something. Tomorrow we just got to dress it now, really, and fingers crossed I can pull it off.
Tomorrow they'll have just 3 hours to perfect their tiny masterpieces before one of them is crowned champion.
We've made a lot of progress. I'm pouring my heart and soul into this. I've got a list as long as my arm for stuff that I want to put in my final room. There's a lot to do.
Making the trophy. I think they are going to love it. It's the last day of our finalists' last challenge. After weeks of epic tiny crafting, in just a few hours, we will be crowning our champion. In the workshop, the mood is miniature frenzy. Sharon, with help from Bexy, is creating a Rococo music room, whilst Dom and assistant Michael are building an Elizabethan banquet hall. Having spent 8 weeks renovating our mini mansion, this is their last chance to show off their skills and take the trophy.
Do you know what? I'm at end now. Like, I really want to win it. But I've caught a glimpse of Sharon's room and it's 2 completely different rooms. It's just, who knows?
It is the final now, so we've got to concentrate on filling the room and getting out those mouldings up now. I would love to win, of course I would.
Overnight, Dom's wood has been keeping him awake. Worried that the judges will think the room is far too dark, he's now dry brushing the panels with a lighter paint.
Better now, it's got a bit of light on it, isn't it?
That was better done.
Yesterday, Sharon made a mistake with her mural. In a gold move, she's hoping some moulding will distract the eye.
How do you feel you're getting on?
Panicking a bit, yeah. Hasn't gone really to what I was expecting, but...
In what way?
Well, I was hoping to cut this out here. I didn't want this so solid, so I just have to have a plan B, but I'm hoping it'll get there.
As long as you have some swirls coming
Yeah,
up,
it'll be fine.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll do something now. Just panic stations on now, yeah.
You'll be all right. I'll help you as much as I can.
Both Sharon and Dom are desperate to impress, but there's a teeny bit of tension in the air.
I hope this is right.
Dom is cutting out the edging for his wood panelling.
Oh, my God. I actually cut through the metal of the mitre block. Whoops. It's all right, no biggie.
I thought you were going a bit manic.
We're good, we're not worrying about time. If you worry, you make mistakes. We're not about that life. He says just after cutting into a mitre block.
Meanwhile, Sharon's piano is still legless, but Bexy's found something perfect to repurpose.
The bottom part is quite nice, actually, isn't it? It would be nicer to sort of, like, take it off.
Legs severed, they can now be attached to the piano.
Could leave this bit on here, just chop this leg off here.
If we do that, though, it'll be, like, in the air like a spider. Are you all right with that?
Yeah, that's fine, and all up with it gold. Look lovely.
OK.
Because it is a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Rococo is mad, isn't it? You can hear the spider dying, can't you? It's like...
Whilst Bexy takes a shortcut with some upcycling, Dom's in a pickle with panels.
Needs to be diagonally that way.
Yeah.
He's cutting the pieces for the decorative edging around the top of his panelling.
What's that one?
That is back right.
Next, he'll attach moulding to finish them.
So that's going to be the one
side.
that's going into it like that?
No. This is this side. That needs to be the opposite. Dom, it's wrong.
It ain't.
It
They're all
is.
angled like that.
It's the opposite of that. You've just done the same one again. Should have been at... I'll give it.
It's all right. I'll go cut another.
Hello.
Hi.
Am I allowed to go and have a look? So what furniture is going to go in there?
We've got the piano and the harp, and we've got a little table and 2 chairs.
Right. Is that stuff you've made?
No, we put a kit together.
So what have you actually made in the room?
Well, a mural, I suppose. I am going to try and make some food if I can.
OK. Are you worrying?
Yeah.
Oh, sweetie. Do not give up at this late stage.
I won't, no.
All right. Yeah. With 1 hour to go, Dom and Michael are still installing the embellished wood panelling, whilst panicking about what they've still got left to do.
Right, we're running out of time.
I know. Going to paint these as fast as humanly possible, Dom.
Not going to get that dais done, am I?
Probably not. But you've got 2 lovely benches and a table that you've made. And then you've made a fireplace.
I need to do that keg.
The to-do list is long. Will Dom be able to get it all done, and to the quality he'd hope?
Big last push.
Would you prefer the light finishing or those hanging banners finishing first?
Hanging banners.
OK. Please fit, please fit. Oh, God, that doesn't fit. Oh, I've done that.
Take a little bit off edge, other edge. Right, I'll go get some pumice.
Try that now. Oh, thank God. It's fit now, perfect.
Awesome. Let's get that bloody pumice on.
Drum roll, please. The piano is finally finished and now has legs, gold embellishment and Sharon's hand-painted mural.
Sharon, do you want that now?
But will it hit the right note?
It's a bit wet.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Are you happy?
Just paint the side of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks rubbish, doesn't it?
Yeah, just paint the side of that.
I can't tell you what this is yet, but all will be revealed.
With 30 minutes to go, Sharon turns her attention to food, which she's crafting out of polymer clay.
It's starting to come together now. I really like the chandeliers, and the piano's looking great as well. Like the food. My speciality.
Sharon's cherry-topped buns are just 3 millimetres wide.
I didn't think I was going to be able to have time to make food. I'm glad I managed to get that in now, yeah.
But with Dom's well-stocked banquet table to contend with, this is going to be a close food fight. Quick Elizabethan food fact. This was the first time they had tomatoes, chili peppers, chocolate and avocado. Have you got all those things?
None of them.
Not one. OK, fine. With 20 minutes to go, Sharon's music room is beginning to sing.
I'm not calm. I'm not calm at all. Well stressed.
Pressure's not getting to me. There's a couple of bits that I haven't time to do, but with what we have done, I'm really pleased. Can you do like a triangle in bottom?
Yeah, sure. And then you'll have to give me your initials.
DK.
Yeah.
GH.
Oh, she's got 4 initials.
No, that's my initials, DK.
Okay.
Hers is GH. So you're fair now. Put MR on that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
This is where I ruin my own initials.
My lovely makers, this is your final 15-minute call.
Give me something to do. I could make a piano book.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Woo! These roses keep falling off.
Is there any way you can just make it a bit smaller?
I've got loads of furs. I want some on the seats.
Finalists, you have 5 minutes. If it's not in the room, it can't be judged.
Is that all right?
Oh, tapestries.
Yeah, they're here. Put them round here. Shit, where have they gone?
And then they can lift it up.
Could have done this earlier, couldn't we?
We've done everything on the list.
Seat cushions, music stand.
Do you want these lights on?
Yeah, either side here.
Like, we've done everything.
Yeah, done everything.
Makers, you have 1 minute.
Oh, my God.
1 minute.
Oh, I can't anymore.
You just need to get these in. There we go.
Tom, Sharon, that's it. Your final challenge is done. Well done.
You please. I think it looks amazing, Dom, I do.
Last 45 minutes. No, it's done. Proper mad rush. But yeah, I'm feeling excited as well as exhausted. Just poured my heart and soul into this, and I think these next few hours of deliberation, I'm going to be a bit of a nervous wreck.
Right. Great. I am proud that I managed to finish it.
Come on.
Come on, we're past that now, aren't we?
I'm happy it's all done, and it's been an amazing experience. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
It's the final curtain on our final challenge. Before the judges decide who's going to be the winner of the biggest of tiny competitions, I'm going to take a closer look at our 2 finalists' incredible rooms. For Dom's final room, he has created an Elizabethan banqueting room. And I'm telling you, he has not missed a trick. You walk into this room, you feel like you've gone back 400 years. So, the centerpiece of this room, definitely Dom's amazing banqueting table with matching benches. Feasting was hugely important to the Elizabethans. Hosts would spend a fortune on the latest and most expensive ingredients. And I really feel this table reflects that, with the cooked birds and the scrummy pies. Dom has decorated the room with that, well, rather fierce stag's head, and I do feel that these warm red fabric banners and the tapestries really help to soften the dark wood. These banquets would sometimes last several hours and include many courses, all of it washed down by a little bit of beer. That barrel in the corner, historically accurate and incredibly tempting. But I've got Sharon's room to check out. So this is Sharon's last chance to show off her modelling skills to the judges, and boy, has she done it. I think her interior design skills have gone into overdrive. She has thought of everything. I don't think it'd be a room designed by Sharon if there wasn't some food, so I am delighted to see those gorgeous-looking desserts. And another Sharon classic is her murals, quite restrained in the hallway. Now, really gone for it. Naturally, Sharon's harp takes pride of place. The other fabulous piece is Bexy's piano. A little bit of a secret. It does more than just look the part, but that's for the judges to discover. So it's come down to this. 2 rooms, either one of which would be a worthy winner. I could not choose. I am so glad it is up to the judges. Oh, Sharon, Dom, your 2 final rooms are breathtakingly beautiful. Sharon, remind us why it was Rococo that you wanted to focus on.
My son playing piano and my partner plays in a band. It's quite nice that I could bring a bit of what I've got at home into one of my rooms.
Sharon, is there any music in your music room?
There is, actually. If you
There
press
is?
the little button there.
Fantastic. What is the music? Who was the composer?
My son is learning to play a piano. He's only 14, and he came up with that little tune.
Absolutely beautiful.
I like how you've created different spaces within the room. I think it's beautiful.
Dom, just remind us what inspired you to make an Elizabethan banqueting room.
I mean, I pretty much live 90% of my life in a fantasy environment, but in making the room, I think I actually prefer Elizabethan to medieval and fantasy now.
I love the idea that you've aged during the course of the competition. I think that's marvellous.
I just wanted to talk about why you decided to do different textures and colours for wood.
I wanted to make an atmosphere where it was like they had built around an existing skeleton of a house. The beams needed to be darker, but then the panelling, I wanted to give that a little bit more of a richer, lighter colour.
It does make you feel like the room is larger than it is.
You've created an atmosphere.
Right, makers, it is time to let the judges deliberate.
I'm so happy that Sharon has given us a Rococo music room. I think it's wonderful.
What I love about this room, I love the pattern in the middle, the wooden floor. I love the candelabra, the chandeliers. I love the painting around the wall.
I was a bit sceptical about the colour on the wall. I thought it was going to possibly be a bit too neutral. But I think she's balanced it really well with the greens and the blues in the wall painting that she's done. And I'm not sure if you've seen, she's mirrored it underneath the piano.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really, really important because it creates balance and harmony.
And class.
It is a very classy room.
I think your son, Ben, will be so thrilled that you used his music. You must be proud of him.
I'm so proud of him, yes, really am, yeah.
At the start, we asked them to create a focal point for this room that was handmade. Sharon gave us this beautiful harp. However, the focal point is the piano, which Bexy has 3D printed. I just really wish that she'd put that time and energy into her key piece for this room.
I can see Sharon's put a lot of love into this room, and it's got the ambience as well.
And what about Gida, your girlfriend?
I think she'll be chuffed with it. And she'll love that I've put her name in there as well.
Dom, as we know, loves the Elizabethan period. So he's brought all of his knowledge to this gorgeous banqueting hall.
I love the oak beams. The panelling is absolutely beautiful, and what I do love about this room, it's nearly all handmade. You can actually smell the food.
I think the level of detail is second to none.
Well, I'm proud of both of you. Whatever happens.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. Come on, give us a love.
Two amazing finalists, two amazing rooms. You can feel the love in both of them. It's a tough one.
Over 8 weeks and almost 100 hours of making miniature magic,
Time goes so quick when you're having fun.
Sharon and Dom have gone above and beyond
It's working. That's what's happened.
to deliver the most jaw-dropping creations.
You guys just pipped it to the post because of the extra layer of sparkle.
This week they pushed themselves harder than ever, but only one can be crowned winner.
When I think about the whole experience from week one and getting to this point now, it proper fills me with emotion. Honestly, I'm getting giddy. I can't wait for the results now.
The whole experience has been fantastic. I am excited to hear the results. If I did win this, it would be amazing.
Oh, Sharon, Dom. Honestly, I can feel the anxiety in the air. Well done. You should both be incredibly proud. But it's time to reveal the winner of our tiny competition. It's Dom.
Well done. Thank you.
How you doing, buddy?
Speechless. Yeah. Sorry.
It's made me cry. It's okay, they're just tiny tears. It's not a big... miniature tears.
What I loved about your room, Dom, is that you created detail, scale, love, imagination. I could see the little chicken legs thrown up in the air. I could see all these drunken Elizabethans.
I really felt like you put your heart and soul into this room. There are so many amazing details that you'd thought about. You've given us this room which is so full of love and passion. Your girlfriend is going to be so proud of you.
Thank you.
Sharon, commiserations, but also congratulations. You have been the most wonderful competitor.
I've enjoyed every single minute of it. It's been brilliant.
And can I just say, on behalf of everybody, Bexy and Michael, you have been fantastic. OK, it's time to award the trophy. Are you ready?
I think so, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. My mind's absolutely blown. I can't believe it. I didn't even think I'd get past week one, let alone win things. So, you know, just to be in the final with Sharon and then literally to have Michael and Bexy come back has just made it all the more special for me. It's just brilliant. I'm
amazed that I've stayed this long. It is lovely to see that house completed. It just looks absolutely stunning. It's been a wonderful final and Dom really deserves it.
I'd probably go as far as to say I feel euphoric.